If your self-tape looks like you are filming in a haunted hallway, you're not booking. But that doesn't mean you have to spend $500 on some gear. Let's build your setup from beginner to booking machine, starting with what you already own, and then talking through what you should start purchasing and investing in as you go. AKA, we're going from beginner to pro setups, and discussing what you personally need at this moment in time. Don't worry about what everybody else is saying. Let them do their own thing. Okay, let's get started. So part one, beginners, start right here. This is your bare minimum setup. This is for the actor who is taping their very first audition today. I am very excited for you. Please go get a pen and paper. Write this down. I'm going to give you a very extensive list of all the things that you need right now, okay? Your phone. No, really, like that's the main thing you need is your phone. I'm going to give you more stuff, though. It's a joke. It's a joke. Your phone's going to be your camera, period. To get some good lighting, find a nice window. Get that golden natural lighting. It's beautiful. Use that. Free. No window, or you have to film at nighttime. Lamps. Find some lamps you got around home. You see the one behind me? This one? That's perfect because it's directional. Get one of those around your house. I'm sure there's somewhere, whether you have a desk lamp that you can use. They're great. You don't have a tripod yet? I gotcha. You can just have a family member or friend hold the phone for you and stabilize it by having their elbows on something. No friend, or you just want to do it yourself, stack up some books and lean it up against it so it gets at the right height. Lastly, you also need a clear background so there's no distractions behind you. This can be done very simply by filming in front of a wall with nothing on it. If you don't have any blank space around, you can always just do my little trick that I used to do, which is I took my bed sheets and I hung those up. The goal here is to get a shot that is just clear, simple, and distraction free. All right, so you have your bare minimum setup. Now you're ready to start upgrading a little bit. The first thing that's coming to mind is you want a ring light, right? Wait, let's not waste our money yet. I want you to be an informed buyer, and that's why we're going to talk about 3-point lighting. Most actors jump right into just purchasing stuff without actually educating themselves why they need these things. So the most basic lighting setup you could possibly do is called 3-point lighting. You have the camera right here with one light called the key light, and that key light is your main light. It's the brightest. Your second light is on the other side, and that's called the fill light. The main light is brighter and the fill light is softer, so that way you don't get a flat dimension of light across your face. You're actually getting some shadows to work with, which is actually very, very helpful for acting scenes. And yes, it's called 3-point lighting. The third light is your backlight. It's a light that's placed in the background so that it lights up the background so that you look separated from it and not just one flat thing. Basically, with these 3 lights, you are creating some sort of depth perception with your body. So I would suggest ultimately building up to that as your goal for your lighting setup. I think it turns out much better than if you just bought a ring light that's going to be flat on your face and literally a ring. Educate yourself first, people. Thanks for listening, because otherwise you're just throwing money at a problem. So now that you got some auditions under your belt and you're ready to invest some more into your actual starter kit, let's talk about what actually makes a difference and what you should be purchasing first. I would say let's budget with around $100 right now. Very first question you're going to ask yourself based off of all of the auditions you just did or self-tapes you just did with that setup of nothing is, what was the worst part of it? Because that is the first thing you're going to fix. So I'm going to share with you the level of importance that I found for myself, but it could be different from yours. Very first thing I had to buy was a tripod. Oh my God, I knocked over the books so many times trying to get it to the right height. It was ridiculous. So I needed a tripod. I was done with the book stacking. From there, I went on to lights. I first got a ring light. I'm going to admit it. I was part of the trend, people. That's why I'm telling you what I learned. I bought a ring light first, and later down the line, I wish I just bought 2 separate softbox lights. Granted, the ring light's still great for certain things, but I just think if I was going to buy something first and primary, it would be the 2 softboxes. The next thing I bought was a mic because I was done changing my own performance in order to make sure the mic was picking me up on my iPhone. The iPhone mics were just too cheap for me. I really hated that, so I wanted something closer to me so that I can get quiet in my scenes if I really want to, or anything like that that I felt was contributing to my work. And then lastly, the backdrop, because honestly, my bed sheet was great. It was a perfect color. I love that I popped against it. It was doing fine, but I knew I needed a backdrop one day, mainly because I wanted my bed sheets back. So as you keep upgrading and evolving your self-tape setup, here are some things that you should be considering as far as performance changes while you start adding things. Upgrading your tools should give you more creative control. not just aesthetics. The reason I wanted 2 softbox lights instead of a ring light was because I wanted to have control of shadows on my face for my self-tapes. That is a purchase that gave me creative control for my self-tapes. Not just spending money here because Cindy down the street has the same thing and I wanted it. As far as microphones, I went on a journey. I first got the cheapest mic you can. I think it probably got from TikTok Shop or something, and it was basically a lavalier mic that clipped to you and then went and plugged into my phone. I couldn't stand that wire kept moving as I was trying to act or turn around, and it just limited my movement for my performance. On the other hand, I had a fancy dancy mic already that was just gifted to me, so I had a fancy mic, but it was the kind of mic that didn't go with my phone, so because of that, I would have to separately record audio and my cinematography through my phone and then edit and splice it. It was like, I am not doing a whole post-production setup in order to just send in a self-tape, which once again goes to show just because something's more expensive doesn't mean it's better. It all finally ended with me just getting a lavalier mic, so it was the same thing, it clips onto me, but it was wireless, so it plugged right into my phone, the sound goes right to my phone, I'm able to record and go, great, send it to my reps. Much easier. And when I was choosing my backdrop, I was choosing it based off of skin tone. I have a pop-up backdrop that's gray on one side, blue on the other. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen them all. But don't be afraid to do some research for your own skin tones and see what actually has you pop better. The whole point of a backdrop is just so that the casting director forgets everything else except you. So we want to make you pop. And lastly, I'm going to recommend this heavily. Before you start purchasing so many things that are big and bulky, figure out where you're going to store them. All this fancy gear is fantastic for your self-tapes for the little bit of time spent filming them, but the rest of the time it's clunky and in the way. So figure out where you're putting it. Some suggestions from me. Check if you have space under your bed and you can slide it there. A thing that I like to use though is I got this fancy dancy basket. And lastly, if you're curious what I'm using exactly, like the exact product itself, I have something below called Actor Essentials, no fluff, just the basics. It's a list of just all of my actual self-tape equipment that I purchased. Most of it's from Amazon. If you do click on any of those links below to buy the product, I will actually get a small percentage. It will help support this channel and support me to keep making videos for you guys, so I'd appreciate that. But also, I'm very much a no pressure person, so please do not buy anything that you do not actually need. I hope this video of determining what you need versus what you want has been helpful in your whole journey of making your self-tape setup a beautiful, beautiful place to create. If you'd enjoyed this video, please comment down below with what product you need next, and also please leave a comment down below what you like to use as a trick for yourself. I think we can all help each other give some tips there. An example of mine was I like to use the bed sheet as my backdrop. That worked out perfectly in the past. So let's all help each other save some money. If you like this video, please check out my playlist called the Actor Essentials playlist. It is for all of you actors out there who are looking to go from beginner to pro. Basically, you start at video 1 of that playlist, watch every single one all the way through, and I hold your hand with tangible steps of what you should be doing along the way. We talk about how to get headshots, how do you prepare for your demo reels, where do you go to film them, how do you network, all that jazz. It's a very informative, basically free masterclass that I'm putting out there on YouTube University. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and hit that bell. I am so happy to have you guys along for this journey, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!